If I was to find out I was pregnant today, I would go into cardiac arrest. It's got so bad. Whenever I hear an announcement at work that somebody's expecting a baby, my thought is, how? During these cosy livings? Let me tell you, if I was to have a baby today, I need to have $500,000 in my savings account, minimum. Like, I'm really deep in it. Nappies, food, clothing, nursery. Nursery. These nurseries, yeah, are stealing a living. What am I hearing about nursery fees being over £1,000 a month? And if your child is sick and they can't attend nursery, you still get charged. What kind of evilness is that? The other day, I got home from the studio at night. And although I was hungry, I couldn't be bothered to cook. So I went to bed hungry. I can't do that if I'm a mother. Firstly, I wouldn't even have the luxury of getting back home so late like I do all the time. And then to top it off, I can't starve my kid. Like, really imagine it, guys. Having a bad day and just wanted to scroll through TikTok and have a lie-in. But you can't because you have a child that needs you. As much as I really want to be a mum one day, it actually terrifies me. Especially the mums on this app. Y'all don't hold back. You guys are way too honest about your experiences. But all jokes aside, my highest respects goes out to all the mothers. I don't know how you do it.
I always thought kids were for marriage, so when people ask me stupid ass questions like why you don't have a kid, I've never been married. And when I do get married, I will have kids so I can tell my son I tried. If it don't work out, I tried. But I don't believe doing forever things with temporary people. I think having a child with somebody is a bigger commitment than actual marriage.
Every time I see an article about how the birth rate in the United States and across the world for that matter is declining, I get so excited that I'm a part of the problem. Like, yes, women finally, after centuries, have more reproductive freedom than we have ever had in history. Women have more economic independence, and young couples are really making the decision to just be dinks, and I love that for us. And I also just really love watching all of these economists freak out about where they're gonna get the next generation of workers from, because there's not enough, and I'm so glad that I am not providing capitalism with another employee. They better start taxing the billionaires if they want some money, because there are no kids.
Being a Black woman, a childless Black woman, and working either a corporate job, or I guess it doesn't really matter what job. I'm in the mental behavioral health field. And when I first started at this company, it's majority white women. It's almost like they praise like the women who have big families, or oh, my son has soccer practice, and then my daughter has cheer, then my other daughter has gymnastics, and I'm just being pulled in all these different directions, but yet I still come to work. But then when the Black girl with no kids, when the new Black hire, okay, the childless Black hire, as soon as someone get wind that she has a second job that she reports to directly after this one, all hell breaks loose. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's getting on your case about, oh, you can't have two jobs. You have to pick one or the other because it just simply won't work. When you have, when your white counterparts, your white coworkers, they leave an hour early to go pick up their son or daughter or husband to go to some event that they signed their kids up for. It's okay for them to do it. But as soon as I do something, it's, oh, no. You can't do that. We need you to do everything right. We need you to do everything by the books, because we know that you don't have a family, and you having a second job to make more money, for whatever financial stuff you need, it just doesn't work that way. You have to pick one or the other. Mind you, the second job pays more. It's just a little bit more of a travel for me. But they're just like, and I asked them, I'm like, well, can you pay me more? A little bit more, at least? No, in 6 months we'll give you a review, but you have to pick one or the other. And then we had some of our, some people saying that you've been leaving early from the job. And I don't know if it's because of your second job. And I'm like, that is funny, because it's actually them. I'm walking out with, when I was training, I would be walking out with them, my coworkers, because they have to go shoot out to some little old town because their son has soccer practice. Or, oh, my husband, I took the car this morning and my husband's getting off work, so I have to go out there and pick him up. So I have to leave a little early. So if we want to finish around 1, 2 o'clock, is that okay with you, Alex? Oh yeah, sure. I'm new. I'm being trained into this. But then as soon as I'm under the impression, okay, it's okay for people to have a life outside of work. I'm under the impression it's okay to have a life outside of work. No, I'm not allowed to have a life outside of work.
To me, there's only one major downside of not having kids. And no, it has nothing to do with a nursing home or being a lonely cat woman, is that people don't take you seriously. Everyone expects people who don't have kids to be accommodating to their choice to have kids. What happens is we get the brunt of the work when we don't want it, and we don't get twice the pay. And we're just supposed to be understanding, like, well, she went on maternity leave. That was her choice. To have a baby, you better replace her with someone temporarily to take over that position. I'm not saying you have to fire her, but we need someone to fill in. It ain't gonna be me. You want me to take her role with not her pay? That's crazy. People think because you don't have kids, well, you have all this free time and you can do it. Yeah, but the free time is for me. There was the reason why I didn't have children. It was to make sure my free time was for me, not to do your job and my job. I still got a dog at home. He has to use the bathroom. He has to walk. So no, I can't stay 2 extra hours later just so you can go pick up your kid. Go get a babysitter. Go get a date, whatever. Your choice to have a child is not my responsibility, ever.
I hate when people say that me not wanting kids is selfish. How is that selfish? That I'm not bringing in another person into this crazy world? Like, I feel like it's the most selfless thing for me to do. A lot of people are having kids just to heal their attachment wounds, and I'm over here being like, no, that's not a good idea.
And if I was a woman, I would have my tube tied, clipped, and burned at birth. I don't give a damn if that ain't possible. It was gonna be possible for me.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
That people who don't want kids actually understand the implications of having and raising a child and view children as little humans who will eventually form their own thoughts, feelings, morals, ethics, and sense of identity, and not as pawns who can fill whatever emotional need you may or may not have.
People love to ask me why I don't have no kids, and I just really want to tell the truth, but I always lie and just be like, I don't have none because I'm not ready. It's not the fact that I'm not ready. I'm going to tell y'all the God's honest truth why I don't have no kids. Because being a dad is too optional. Yeah, y'all wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. It's too optional. It's just too easy to quit for y'all. And I'm damn sure not doing this by myself. Because, baby, we're in a relationship. If you leave me, take your baby with you. Thank you.
I knew I was living my life right when somebody looked me dead in my face after telling them that we were going to go to South Africa and like do Africa at least once a year, every year. And we were talking about all of our vacation plans. And they looked at me and they said, I can't wait till y'all have kids. So y'all can sit down. Because what type of hater ass I want you to be miserable ass shit is that? And with that, I am going to have a pool day with my girls. We're going to drink and eat until our heart's desire. And yeah, so